Welcome to another edition of Cabinetware's free training webcast, brought to you by Planet Solutions Technical Support and Training Departments. This webcast is on the new features in version 10. New parameters, countertop overhang next to appliance, uppers follows sloped wall. Layout and design, cabinet moldings can follow the slope of the top. Choose upper room moldings in room defaults. Select a texture suite from a saved list of texture groups. Modifications. Full top and base cabinet. Shape upper, special, pantry top independent of wall slope. Readjust upper, special, pantry to the wall slope. Here's Cabinetware version 10. I'm going to close out of this little splash screen here. I'm going to go ahead and open up a job. I already made up this job here to kind of help us along here. I'm going to view the elevation view. And I made a slope wall here. We have 4 different options that we can choose from when it comes to our sloping our cabinets along a wall here. I'm going to go up to File, Setup, Parameters, and under Layout here, I created the 4 different options here. We're going to look at the one that says No, and choose Edit, choose Next, and Next. These new features that are right here, upper follows sloped wall. Pull that list down, you'll see we have 4 different options here. No is the legacy item that we've had throughout the years, but we've added 3 new ones here. We also have the same thing, or the same option, for pantries and special cabinets as well. So what I did here is I went ahead and created these ones set to No. So that you see I named this layout No. The next one is follow slope, flat top. Choose Edit. Choose Next. Next. You'll see it. I chose this option here for this one as well. The next one is the slope top and rail. And you'll see that I have it here as well. So what I do is I just named each one of these layouts that specific option. Now normally you wouldn't do it that way, but you may choose to do something like that in your own system. So let's look at and see how these actually affect the cabinets. I made a slope wall here, and I just put some upper cabinets on the sides here to kind of help us separate which ones are which. So I'm going to go up to Cabinets, choose Place and Modular. So I'm going to choose Upper, 30, and 30. See how these do not follow the slope in any way. I'm going to go up to Modify, choose Room Defaults, change the layout from No to the flat top option. I'm going to do this again. Make sure Modular is checked. Upper. You'll see here, we should probably go ahead and turn the molding off too as well, make it a little easier to see. See how this is all being done. You can see the cabinet here and how this one's kind of stair-stepping up the slope of the wall. Room defaults. I'm going to change this one to slope top rail. Go to Cabinets, Modular, Upper. We place this one on the wall. And you can see how this one here is following the wall itself on the angle. Options. We'll change it to the last option here. Make it a modular. Upper. And you can see this one here, the top itself is following but the rail itself is still kind of flat right here, whereas this one here is angled. So here's some little labels that might be helpful in the determination of which ones you choose to use. Let's look at another feature. I'm going to save this job, open up another room, look at the countertop. Go to elevation view, and here we're going to put in a refrigerator. We're going to go ahead and put a base cabinet next to it. I'm going to zoom in and look at this countertop. And you can see how this countertop is set right flush to the edge of the finished end next to an appliance. I'm going to go up to modify and choose room defaults. And we notice that we have plastic top sitting here. We're going to now go up to file, setup, parameters, choose our plastic top, choose edit, choose next, and a new feature that we have right here. Right now it's set to 0. I'm going to go ahead and put that to a 1 right at the moment. Choose done, done again. Notice how my cabinet hasn't changed yet, but if I refresh the screen, you can see now the countertop has an overhang here. So I'm going to go to File, Setup, Parameters, Plastic Tops, and choose Edit. And here's our countertop overhang next to Appliance feature. Let's just make it 2 inches and maybe look and see how much more it changes it. Hasn't changed yet, but if I click refresh, you can see now the countertop is much more, or is much larger now. Let's look at the next feature. Open up the next job. The next feature will be cabinet moldings can follow the slope of the top. Let's go to an elevation view. We have our wall here. The next feature we're going to look at is cabinet moldings can follow the slope of the top. I'm going to click on my wall here, and I'm going to go ahead and modify it. Go ahead and vault this one. Bring this down to say maybe 84, like so. And we have a bit of a slope here. I'm going to go to Modify, choose Room Defaults, and right now the layout's set to No. I'm going to go ahead and choose the slope, top, and rail here. So I'm just going to go ahead and place a cabinet on the wall. We have our slope like so. Now I'm going to place a cabinet molding on here. Go to View, pick User Graphics, Molding, click on Cabinet here. We'll go down here to the Trim, and we're going to look at maybe number 6 here. And we have 2 different types of references from. If we choose from the top here, the molding will actually follow the slope of the wall, even though we may put it down here. The slope of the top here, even if we put it down near the bottom of the cabinet. If we index from the bottom, then the product or the molding will go ahead and follow the contour of the bottom. So I'm going to select OK, and there's my molding. right click, quit. I'm going to go to view again, pick user graphics and choose molding. Now if I do the same thing from the top, and I'm going to hold it down maybe 12 inches from the top of the cabinet, choose OK. Go to view, moldings, set that to 0. You can see it follows this contour of the top of the cabinet. Click on this cabinet, delete it. The next item that we have is choosing upper room moldings in room defaults. We go up to modify, choose room defaults, go to hardware and other, and you see our new feature here, room default. We can choose our room molding right here. Now you can still choose it as well or alter it from view, pick user graphics and molding, but here might be just an easier place to select it from. I'm going to click on our wall here, modify it. Let's put it back to maybe a square wall, or excuse me, a rectangular wall. We'll go ahead and put some cabinets on here. Put some bases on here. And our next feature that we're going to look at is select a texture suite from a saved list of texture groups. I'm going to save the job here. I'm going to go up to File, Setup, Preferences, go to Rendering, and when we first set up our rendering, we really want to make sure our textures are selected before we start our jobs. I'm going to go to Room Textures, and you can see there's nothing here. But if I choose Load, you'll see that I've actually made some of these already. And you'll see here it says Wood 1, Light Maple. I choose Load. You'll see that it automatically toggles all the settings that I've had selected. Choose Load again, move this off to the side. You'll see I just named this one here Wood 1. And this is really all I've changed here just for our demonstration purposes. Go to Wood 3 here, choose Load, and you see all the Wood 3 changes. Choose Load again. And here's one for 9. You'll notice I did Wood 1 as the light maple, Wood 3 is medium hickory, and Wood 9 is a whitewash oak. So I'm going to choose number 3 there, choose Load, and there we go. Now if I go inside my room here and take a look at it, up to View, pick User Graphics, Render Textures, there's nothing selected here, so I'm going to choose Load. Choose the medium hickory and choose Load. There we go. Select OK. Now if I go to view this and render, turn on photo vision, it's a thinking, and there's my cabinets. I can go to View, go back to Elevation View, pick User Graphics, Render Textures, click Load. Rather than going back through and trying to select everything again, choose the whitewash, choose Load, OK, Render, and Photo Vision again. By presetting your render textures, you may be able to create just ones that you use in the shop on a more consistent basis. Maybe you have a certain set of colors or styles that you have that you create names for, like medium walnut or medium oak or something of that sort. So you can create new ones as far as the texture suites by going up to View, pick User Graphics, Render Textures. If I wanted to choose something a little different here, pull my list down here, go to Wood, and we'll just look down through our list here. How about something like that, Wood 14. I'm going to select OK. Now we have Wood 14 here. I can choose Save. And I'm just going to type in there, Wood, oops, click inside the little box there, Wood 14, red cherry. Yep, spell there a little better. Something like so. Now you don't have to put Wood 14 on there. You can name this whatever you like. I'm just doing it in this manner. Choose Save. Now if I click on this load here, you'll see I had 3 to start with, and there's my red cherry again. So you should be able to create all the different colors that you would use on a regular basis. Maybe you have certain preferences on what looks nice for your area of cabinetry or woodworking. If you don't like one of these, we can just click on it and just choose Delete, and it's out of the list. We're just going to choose the red, choose Load. Go back to that again. Load. There we go. And that's the feature called Select a Texture Suite from a saved list of texture groups. Now you must have render textures installed in your system. Now not all versions of the software will have render textures. If you cannot get render textures show up in your list, contact your customer service representative for more assistance. I'm going to go ahead and choose Cancel. I'm going to go ahead and delete these cabinets. Delete this cabinet here. Alright, the next item we're going to look at is the Shape Upper Special Pantry Top Independent of Wall Slope. I'm going to click on this wall here, and I'm going to go ahead and slope this wall again. Get back to 84. Like so. I'm going to choose Cabinet, Place. Now normally if I want to count the top of my cabinet to follow the slope, I need to check Modular. Well, I'm going to leave that unchecked for right now. So I get a cabinet that looks like this. Pull it down a little bit. And here's our cabinet so far. Now the feature here, I'm going to click on this cabinet, right click and choose Modify. I'm going to go to Tops and Bottoms. And you'll see a new feature here for Shape. I'm going to click on that. And this little dialog here, the top configuration is flat, vaulted, peak. And we also have over here Align to Wall. If I choose Vault, you'll see just much like the walls, we can choose the left height, we can choose the right height, slope top rail, so we have some flexibility here as well. Peak, we also have these items here, entering in the values you choose. We can also choose Align to Wall. So if I choose Peak or Vault or Align to Wall here. So we can do something like that. You can modify it. Tops and bottoms. Shape. Now this one here was actually another feature called Readjust Upper Special Pantry to Wall Slope. But if we choose maybe Peak, or we'll just choose Vault here, maybe we can choose something like makes that 35. And let's make that 40. So it's a little bit more drastic of a difference here. So we can make it independent of the wall slope. Save our cabinet. We'll go ahead and delete this cabinet. We'll move on to the next feature. This one here is full top and a base cabinet. Choose Cabinets. Place a base. Choose Cancel. I click on my cabinet. Right click and go to multi-cross section here. You notice here in the side cross section here, double click on the menu title bar there, you can see here I am using stretchers inside of this construction, not a full top. But if I go back to elevation view, click on my cabinet, right click and choose modify, go to tops and bottoms, you'll see that we have a new feature here called full top. Select that, apply and close. Now right click and choose multi-cross section. You'll see now I have a full top on the base cabinet. Back to elevation view. There's many more features that we've added to the program. This is just a sample of what was available in our system now. Please contact your customer service representative for more information. Thank you.
For additional resources, please check into the help files. These features are covered within the help files. We also have an outstanding eSupport website. On the website, we have a forum which is monitored by the Platinum Technical Support Team. On the forum, you will find a large amount of information covering these features. The next option is training. Planet offers several different options here. Options such as regional classes, on-site training, in-house training, and online training can be a valuable investment for your business. Please contact your customer service representative for more information on these training options. Thank you for watching. For more information on how cabinetware can help you become more efficient and profitable, visit www.cabinetware.com.